So, I learned when we were in Grenada that, which I didn't see coming, that Kelli and Brit were having some conflict.
Brit said, the glam people have Tinkerbell hired her. They have to go with Tinkerbell or else.
Oh! How did they get there? They were like sharing and besties and
like
matching.
A little package deal.
Right.
It was a package deal. It was a 2-for-1.
Yeah, not 2-for-1.
Why would you cut it in half?
I heard y'all with the freaking frack.
I mean,
well, I thought they were gonna be Frickin' Frack 2.0 because they was at my birthday party. And,
we was cool.
And let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Because that's why it gets really interesting. It gets really interesting.
She went and changed at my birthday party.
What is with all this?
They came out with a pink matching outfit on at my party.
Yeah.
For real?
Yes, they did. And I was like, what is
And that was the start and the fall.
All the girls had to support me because they knew I was...
What came back to me was that Kelli gave the stylist an ultimatum that if he's doing Brit, he can no longer do her, like he had to pick. And Brit was really hurt, and she felt like if Kelli wanted to like not share the stylist anymore, that could have been a conversation, and felt some kind of way that Kelli just gave, allegedly, the guy, the stylist, an ultimatum to just like choose or whatever.
We've always shared the same glam. Never a problem.
Never.
So,
because once the makeup artists do the makeup on Phaedra's face, that's Phaedra's features.
And y'all two
These
bad
are my
bitches,
features.
y'all look
This is
completely
what everybody
different.
look like.
And you being a bad bitch and you being a bad has nothing to do with each other.
No, it doesn't.
So how does it go bad behind a makeup
long
glam
story
team?
short, Kelli had introduced me to her glam.
I don't go anywhere without my glam squad. And Paris is my stylist.
Your nipple keep hopping out.
Brit doesn't have a stylist, and I recommended Paris to her.
I started working with the team. We go to Nashville. Kelli, wanted to do matching looks. I'm kind of a bad bitch by myself. I ain't never really needed a rose
You don't
dog.
want to do the matching?
No, this is all her idea.
Oh.
So I always
dedicated to it on my birthday.
Yeah, I always stood alone. So she was like, girl, you know, let's bust this down. Let's tag team, whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm
was
game.
cute.
It's fun. It's
They were
cute.
cute.
Yeah,
Their matching
I can believe
it was cute. So I was like, okay, so then we get into Nashville, you know, oh, they're working on her makeup too long. They're working on her hair too long. Her videos look better. And then she didn't want me to like post any, it got really weird. So her team was like, hey, Brit, Kelli has asked all of us to not work with you.
No.
I said,
Whoa.
excuse me?
During the
stylist?
Yes, stylist, videographer, manager, hair, makeup. She's
So
a
it's
people
behind
pleaser.
the closed door stuff, doing
Yes,
stuff.
so that's
So
exactly
did you
what
just
happened.
ask her, like, hey, is this true?
So this is what happened. So they all had a meeting. We all sat down. They were like, look, we love you guys. I know you guys are close. You guys need to talk it out before this gets ugly. They came to me. We did lunch. I said, Kelli, is everything okay? Did you really say that? She's like, I did, but I was just in my feelings. It was a lot going on at the time.
I didn't mind extending my team until she could find one. But at the same time, it's like, damn, do you want my gynecologist too?
But why?
How you gonna get offense and tell the glam nuts?
So I was like, then how can you really be my friend if you really hating on the background?
We went to Grenada. I told Drew, I saw Kelli's and Brit's dynamic, and I'm like, Drew, something is off.
I don't need you to tell me to calm down.
Very aggressive right now.
Well, you don't need to talk to me.
Like something is different.
I just didn't see them connecting.
They weren't the two peas in a pod like we have known them to be. So it was like,
I'm like, something is not right.
Remember when we left Grenada?
Yeah.
Okay, so to leave Grenada, you have to stop in Miami, then come to Atlanta.
Absolutely.
So me, Shamia, and Kelli had a dinner.
Yeah.
And you came up, and I think
was
at that
already
point,
weird.
it had been brought to me that there was
Yep.
something between you guys. So I brought it up to Kelli at a private dinner. I was like, you know, is there anything there? And she, I promise
Exactly.
you, she was
Pretended
like,
like
no. She was like, I don't have an issue with her. She was like, honestly, I feel like I should have a conversation with her if there's anything. And I said, are you sure? I said, because y'all,
We're
let me
close,
tell
and
you,
we were not close
you don't
in
even
Grenada
know.
at all.
Before this whole situation, if Brit had any situation, Kelli's chiming in.
Having my
vice
back,
versa.
everything.
Hardcore, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hardcore. So I'm like, is there anything?
And they tag team me in Grenada.
I'm not saying that it was the best donation, and I think that if we're gonna show up and be that girl in all aspects of our lives.
literally what I was trying to say.
All I got was a lot of
Exactly.
And like there's no issue. So I felt there wasn't anything. And then it started to get worse.
But didn't you notice the energy was different in Grenada? She was like, okay, so no glam, da-da-da. They came in with their own glam, even though, you know, it was casket sharp. They looked a mess.
Not casket.
But, I mean, the same person that you didn't want to share glam with, now you're doing it with Shamia's?
They definitely need their own individual stylists because they both be doing the most with the clothes. So that I figured probably wouldn't work out after a while.
Right. I enjoyed the moment where I was able to release my crystal and like have like a reset.
That was a good moment.
Kelly's releasing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A moment where I thought was going to be like a dark moment. I was having the call with my attorney and the crystal broke completely in half.
Oh my gosh.
What does that symbolize for you?
Right. I Googled it because I was so upset. It symbolizes the end of a relationship. It became a moment of like rejuvenation. Like it became a reset moment.
Like a rebirth.
It was a rebirth.
What was she using the crystal for?
We don't know. That's why it was weird.
You can only talk if you have the crystal.
What kind of crystal is that and what spirit is that?
It's a blessed crystal and we all need it.
Who blessed the crystal?
I know that's right.
We all need a reset.
No, I agree.
You know, we might have our moments of doubt and, you know, of cattiness and craziness, but I felt like it was a moment for us to all reset because I felt like we shared all of our deepest moments on the crystal. You know, I think that's why the crystal broke.
There's been nothing inappropriate between me and Dennis, but I do acknowledge I could have texted it to you about me and Dennis working together. That was a misstep on my part.
My event, Apollo and his wife were invited through my husband. I don't know Apollo. I've never had a relationship with him. There was no malicious intent.
The crystal was like, this is too much for me, but I think that it became a space where it was like, all right, well, let's break this and release it into Grenada.
I don't tend to take to crystals. I don't know
like
who
that.
blessed
I know
me.
that's right.
Yeah.
I believe in
Because I'm
God.
a crystal math, crystal rock, crack rock.
Yeah, no.
You know, rock from the block. I don't tend
rocks
to
on the
take to-
block.
With any sisterhood becomes drama, it becomes sometimes negativity, but I enjoy the moments where we can reconnect with each other on another level to say like, hey, like, I'm not better than you, you're no better than me. And sometimes we all might be able to relate on going through some of the things together, you know?
I felt like we all connected on a deeper level.
Yeah.
We were all just in the moment. It was no judging, no, are you trying to read me? Are you shading me? We were just enjoying each other's company. And I pray for more moments like that.